On Greece, we disbursed 6.3 billion euro a week ago. There are two further disbursements of 1 billion euro each in June and July if milestones are met. Once these disbursements have taken place, another 1.8 billion remain in the pipeline under the current program.
We fully support Portugal's decision not to request any follow-up program. We welcome the program achievements which have created conditions for Portugal's return to a path of sustainable growth and job creation, as reflected by the strengthening economic recovery. My proposal on direct recap foresees that in 2015 a bail-in of 8% of total liabilities and the use of national resolution funds up to the 2015 target level will be preconditions to use direct recap. As of 2016, as you know, the full bail-in rules of the BRRD will apply. So mainly the last stretch of our discussion was on the bail-in regime in this transitional year, 2015. There is broad agreement on the waterfall if a bank cannot recapitalize itself in the markets. First, of course, bail-in will be necessary according to the state aid rules. Second, national governments will step in with money out of national resolution funds, or only as a last resort public funds will be made available. When this is not possible, given the fiscal position of the country, ESM instruments may be used in appropriate sequencing. First, an indirect recapitalization instrument after the appropriate bail-in according to EU state aid rules. Second, when available, the direct recapitalization instrument after a bail-in of 8% of total liabilities, that is in 2015, and the full bail-in as of 2016. We discussed the in-depth reviews of the Commission for the euro area member states, where the Commission concluded that excessive imbalances existed. Excessive imbalances existed for Italy and Slovenia, and imbalances where decisive policy action was warranted. This concerned France, Spain and Ireland. So those 5 countries were discussed specifically. At this occasion, the French Minister, Michel Sapin, presented us the policy priorities of the new French government, and the Commission presented the findings of their first post-program monitoring mission to Spain. We welcomed that all these member states are committed to maintain the reform momentum. More will have to be done, in particular in countries where imbalances are excessive.
That there was an opportunity to brief the Eurogroup on the Commission's spring economic forecast, which I presented this morning, and which points to an economic recovery that has now taken hold and is becoming more broad-based. Deficits have declined, investment is rebounding, and importantly, the employment situation has started improving. Continued reform efforts by member states and the European Union itself are paying off. It's also what you, President, mentioned as well. We discussed in-depth reviews, but concerning the next steps in terms of budgetary surveillance, I also explained to ministers that the Commission will conclude its analysis of member state stability programs and national reform programs in the coming weeks. On the basis of that assessment, we will present the 2014 country-specific recommendations on 2nd of June.